key hardware requirements: an NVMe boot drive to install to.
Everyone says it is strictly necessary to have an NVMe drive to install SteamOS on, and that is not exactly true. In this video I will show you how you can install SteamOS on any computer with any kind of drive. And no, I'm not talking about Bezite or HoloISO or Nobara. I mean the original and greatest SteamOS. To begin, I removed an old hard drive from a laptop I had laying around. I will be using this small and slow drive just to show you that you can use any drive to install SteamOS on, and are not limited to the most recent kind of hardware, such as NVMe drives. Some NVMe drives are indeed cheaper than SATA drives, but this can be useful if you have an old SSD laying around, or if you want to build a SteamOS machine with your old PC. So for this installation you'll need power, a computer, a display, a flash drive with at least 8 GB, and hope. Keep in mind all data inside your flash drive will be erased. Just get here and you're gonna go SteamOS download recovery. I can leave the link in the description, of course. So you got Steam Deck recovery instructions right here. There's this. You can you can go recovery via reimage actually. Okay, so if you come here, you have the recover via image. You can just download it. I'm gonna put the speaker. Clicking right here, it will take you to this, and you just accept it and download it. I'm not gonna do it because I don't have enough storage to do it, but yes, you just download it there, and then you need a flash drive, of course. I'm gonna use a generic 16 GB one. I have it right here. It is flashed, but I'm gonna reflash it. Maybe not because it takes very long. I'm gonna just show you how you flash something, maybe. Okay, it worked. So I connected the flash drive. It has 4 partitions because it is already formatted, but let's ignore that. Just to say, it is connected here. It is only one flash drive. I'm gonna show it to you really quick. I think this one can do it. Yeah. So it's a generic flash drive, as you can see here. It appears as a generic flash drive. It's just a flash drive. It has 16 GB. It's more than enough. You only need 8 according to the website. So Rufus is just like this little app. You just gonna draw. So you just choose your flash drive right here. Then you select here the ISO you want, or in this case the Steam Deck recovery image. Then you just press here on start, and it will do all the things for you. You don't need to do change any partition scheme or target system, whatever. Just leave it as default. It will probably be fine unless you are using a very old computer. But as I said, if you are, you know what you're doing probably. So macOS, just use Balena Etcher. It's also easy, I believe. I mean, I've used it, but I'm not sure. I believe you download it, you just start it, you select the flash drive, and also select the SteamOS image. So this one is what I'm going to use because I'm running Linux. I'm just going to open a terminal right here. So you select your flash drive. If you're using Linux, you know how to do this. Mine is going to be SDB, the one with 14 GB. And you're going to copy this command. So you paste it. Yeah. Then you come here when I'm going with my little cursor. You delete this because, well, this is just a generic command, I believe, and you drag the repair key to here. Then you go on here where it says off/dev/sd something, and you type the name of your flash drive. In my case, it is SDB here, as you can see. So I'm gonna type here SDB, as I did. Okay, then you press enter, it just flashes. It's gonna take a while, it's gonna flash, and then your flash drive is just gonna appear with a lot of partitions. If you're on Windows, probably those partitions are not going to show up, but it's fine, because if these partitions are not Windows detectable, they're not gonna show up. I'm not sure if they're not, because I'm not seeing the partition type, but well, that's fine. As long as this command finishes, or the Rufus finishes, or Balena Etcher finishes, you'll be fine. Unless it gives you an error, of course. So now that the flash drive is flashed, we can move on to install SteamOS. Before I begin, I must let you know about the specs of the machine I'll be using. This little guy has really old specs. It comes with an Intel Pentium G860 with 2 cores maxing out at 3 GHz, 4 GB of DDR3 RAM, and my old AMD RX 6650 XT. The computer is plugged in there. It has 2 adapters. It has a Wi-Fi dongle, and let me just turn on the flash. It has a Wi-Fi dongle and a Bluetooth dongle right there. Do not focus on my hand, thank you. And HDMI is connected to my second display. The funny part, we're going to connect this into that. I'm going to use the rear USB ports because they are, well, let me just light this up. They are faster. Okay, so this one is on, and now I'm gonna get a keyboard and a mouse so I can control the machine after. And the keyboard and mouse are connected. It's here, and keyboard. These are very old. It does not matter at all. They just need to work. So now you can, let me just turn this on. You can power the computer on. It will just probably work. Thankfully. Okay, this guy is a bit loud. Okay, as you can see, it is loud and it is showing. I'm just gonna enter in the BIOS. Okay, now so I'm just gonna drag, I think, oh my god, I punched my microphone. I think you can see right here it's saying, so it says generic flash disk on the first one, then Windows Boot Manager. I'm gonna put that to the end. Yours shouldn't say this, or maybe it will because you're using a specific drive. So I'm just going to leave my flash drives on top, or if you want to use advanced mode, like on a normal motherboard, you're going to go to the boot section, usually. Then you're going to search for something like boot option priorities, and then the boot option 1 should be generic flash drive. In this case, it is generic flash drive. Your flash drive might have a name, but mine is just a random flash drive. When I say random, I really mean random. It just does not even have a name. So my 3 first ones are just the generic flash drive, and then it's my other drive, I suppose. Now I'm gonna exit and save changes. Where it is here, yes, save changes and reset. Now I'm gonna wait for it to boot. So I made a mistake in the BIOS configuration. As you can see, there are 3 options, and in my case, I should have picked UEFI, so the next minute's video were me trying to just sort it out, because it was booting from the wrong boot device. So I'll just skip to where it actually works. You should pick, like, depending on your computer, you should pick the UEFI option usually, if it shows more than one. Any of the UEFI should work, but just try going like back and forth. Pick one UEFI. If it doesn't work, pick another. Eventually it will work. I just wanted to leave it here. Okay, so I was being very dumb. Ignore the 4 failures recorded. This is because this probably won't show up for you because I'm dumb and I was trying to do something in VMs with a physical drive, so ignore this. But it will just start fine if you do like the BIOS thing of reordering things. I was just having issues. It is not Arch Linux, it is this. So I'm just gonna start enter. So this should just load fine, probably, hopefully. Okay, this should happen. If this happens, like it goes sideways, you're going good. This means good. Oh, welcome to SteamOS, you see? Oh, okay, then a lot of lines. So sideways is good. It is probably gonna readjust my screen eventually, hopefully. It's still gonna be sideways though. But it should blink. I hope. Okay. Something happened. Okay, exactly. So this should happen. It is fine. Okay, it should be sideways. If it's not sideways, well, good. Either way, just let it load. If it crashes, then it's because it's not loading correctly. But this is fine. As you can see, there are red dots over there. It is just loading. Just let it load. I'm sorry for my shaking. It is hard to grab my phone. Okay, just let it load. It will probably just work fine. I had to switch USB though. The USB on the back was not working, so I placed it there and then I switched the boot order and it immediately worked. So sometimes the back USBs aren't the best, but usually they are. So just use it like the 3.0 or blue USBs, I don't know, red ports, whatever. As I was saying, this machine is very slow. So this is gonna take a while to do things. And we're gonna install it on a hard drive, so it's gonna take even more time. And then boot times, I'm not even considering that, but if you use like a SATA SSD like this one, instead of an M2, it will work fine as well. I have it installed in this one, like I installed on that machine, so I know it is slow because it is a Pentium G something. I don't know, it's old. I think I already said I'm gonna leave it there. So as I was saying, you can use this kind of thing. You do not need to have like NVMe drive, as people say online. You don't actually do need a drive like that. But I was trying to find out about it, and no one online said anything about it, so I just gonna make a video about it and probably post it on Reddit. I don't know. Yeah, it is just loading, so don't worry, I'm not skipping anything. So yeah, it's I'm just gonna show you. You can do this because this motherboard is so old; it doesn't even have an M.2 slot. So we didn't really have a choice. I don't have any more drives connected to that. I mean, there's that hard drive we're gonna install it on, but besides that, it's just the GPU and CPU. So yeah, it's starting stuff. It's gonna do things. So about the Wi-Fi adapter, so I have another Wi-Fi adapter, but it does not work. Linux is a bit finicky sometimes with adapters, which is totally fine. It's just, well, drivers. And the other adapter is also a TP-Link one, so I rather not use it. It is failing some stuff. Well, it's failing stuff there, but don't worry, it should be fine. It is failing Jupyter fan control, which should be fine because I think that's like Steam Deck related. And then failed to start mount recoverable drive, blah blah something. That also should be fine, I hope. Okay, so, and I want to say here we are, but it is just still loading. Okay, so we have a mouse. This may take a bit though, because, well, this computer is really slow, as I said. So we have a mouse, and it works, most likely. I'm gonna connect the mouse again, because I disconnected the mouse to connect the USB drive, so I'm just gonna connect the mouse back here. You are going to witness it. I'm looking through the camera, so I'm seeing just like you are. Please get in there, USB. And USB sucks. It never goes in the way we want. Just why didn't you go first? Oh god, I got my charger stuck inside the graphics card. So as you can see, the mouse is working. It is working. I'm just gonna wait for the KDE Plasma to load the interface so we can actually do things, and then I'll be back because this takes a long time. Okay, update. It loaded. Now that you're in this screen, you're gonna have the 4 options here in the top, right? And usually people just say, oh, press re-image Steam Deck and it will do everything. That is correct, but if you do it now, it will just, nothing will happen because it's not selecting the drive. It just tries to install on the first NVMe slot you have, and I don't have one. So to fix that, it's really, really easy. We're gonna go into the File Explorer right here. You're just gonna open it. It's that little guy over there, also known as Dolphin. And then Dolphin will open, like this will open up. And now in this window, you're gonna, let me just put this like darker so you can see. Now in this window, you're gonna go here in Home, you see, like up here in the Home thing. And then you're gonna open Tools, the folder Tools. So these scripts are basically these things right here are shortcuts to these scripts. So you can modify this fine. So the one we want to change is repair device. If you double click it, it's gonna, well, mine is slow because, well, this is a slow machine. It is gonna ask if I want to execute, cancel, or open. You're gonna press open. or if you're scared because that is indeed an executable, you can just right click and press open with Kate. So this one I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna just open with Kate right here. You can see right click open with Kate. It also works. Okay, hold on, let me just zoom in a bit. You can also do this. Oh my god, please let me change the light. So you can just open it with Kate. You also have Kwrite, Ocular Vim. I'm gonna use Kwrite because I like Kwrite a bit better than Kate. I mean, it is faster, I think. Okay, so Kwrite opens a little bit bigger. Now, the file is going to say this right here. As I was saying, it has the dev/nvme0 and p. Now, you want to check which drive you are using. This also works if you're using something else than SDA devices. So for that, we're gonna start up a terminal. So I'm just gonna press here in the application launcher, like here in the corner. So, okay. Now, I'm just gonna write console, because console with K, by the way, because it's the KDE pack application, so KDE likes to put everything with K. Please load. Okay, it's gonna say cons, because I just typed in cons. Cons is enough to open console, so you just press enter on your keyboard. It is gonna show up, hopefully. This is just to make sure, because I know the drive is most likely SDA, the one I'm using. So you don't need to do this. You can just type in SDA after, like you can skip this part if you want, but I would not recommend doing so. I would recommend you to follow this. So in here in the link, you're just gonna type lsblk, like this, lsblk, and you're gonna press enter. So now you're gonna see we have two drives, SDA, which is the 320 gigabyte drive I was using, I said I was going to put on, and SDB, my 16 gigabyte flash drive. So now we know the drive is SDA. SDA is our drive, the little guy here. So now we're gonna put the drive there. Now, you know your drive is SDA right there. So you're just going to come in here where it says NVMe 0 right here. You're gonna, okay, hold on, let me zoom out a bit. In here, you're gonna delete this. Okay, it crashed. Again, it has to think before deletion. You're gonna delete where it says dev NVMe 0 and type in dev SDA. So that means you can delete only the NVMe 0 thing, right? Like this, and type in SDA. So that is it's gonna be like this, because my drive is SDA. If your drive shows up as STB instead and the flash drive is SDA, you want to put STB as your drive. In my case, it is SDA. And you're gonna delete like this disk suffix. You're just gonna delete this. And now you can save. Control S to save, I believe. Or just go up there and press save. Just wait for it to save. It shows red there, so it means it is not saved. As long as the color changes to green exactly, it saves. So now it is saved. I can securely close this. It will close. I said it will close. Either way, here in the terminal, if you're not sure exactly, I know my flash drive has 16 gigabytes, so and it has 5 partitions. Now it actually has 5, but it was showing 4 partitions, so it has at least 4 partitions, and it is 16 gigabytes. So that means after like data conversion and things, I don't know, things computer do, it is going to be 14.5 gigabytes. And my other drive, knowing it is 320 gigabytes, it is going to be 228.1. So my my hard drive is SDA and my flash drive is STB due to that logic. Well, if you're still unsure, just think for a bit. I know you can do it. It's not that hard. Okay, now you can close the terminal as well. You can close this. Okay, now that it is closed, I'm just going to go here and reimage Steam Deck, and I'm going to double click that. I think you heard the click. And now we're going to wait. It is gonna do stuff. Okay, my cursor has changed to that. Okay, I just misclicked. Okay, perfect. So I'm just gonna press enter instead in reimage. I'm just gonna go and boink on that. Yes, okay, it opened something in the console. So it's gonna say this action will reimage the Steam Deck. This will permanently destroy all data on your Steam Deck and reinstall SteamOS. That's exactly what you wanna do. Yes, the drive you insert will be deleted. Like everything inside it will be erased. So this is just like a warning. So I'm just gonna press proceed, and it will do stuff, hopefully. Now, yes, the flash drive is blinking again. Okay, now that is gonna close. It is gonna create a lot of partitions. It is gonna do this, whatever. This is just making the partitions, you see, like in the new drive, or just preparing. I'm not sure if it is writing the partitions now. Yeah, and it is syncing disks. Now, because I'm using a hard drive, it is really slow, so yours will most likely be faster than this. So now you just need to wait. Just let it do its things. Now you're just gonna wait a bit. It is gonna format, it is gonna copy everything. But yeah, as I said, I'm using a hard drive, just to show that you can use really like any drive. I'm sure if you have a really old computer, if you just want to mess around with it because it's not going to be like usable, you can use I'm gonna put this a bit darker. You can use like those IDE connectors, and probably they will still work. So yeah, let's I'm gonna leave it installing so you don't, well, you aren't looking at me like just filming a terminal doing things. And yeah, I'll be back. So after the long time waiting, I did not note the time, but it is okay. I have a watch there. It is 3 p.m. I know that's 4, but the clock is wrong. Now, as I said, yes, this is it was almost ending. Now it says reimaging complete. Choose proceed to reboot the Steam Deck now, or cancel to stay in repair image. Now, if you want to do anything else, you can. I'm gonna press proceed for the sake of the video, because, well, it's video. So I'm gonna press proceed, and it is going to reboot. Now, it will reboot. I press, okay, it's gonna do this again. It's fine. Now it is shutting off. Before it boots back again, you will want to remove this flash drive. So, when the screen goes black, you will want to remove the flash drive. It is what I'm waiting for, because now it is still using the flash drive. As you can see, it is still blinking. So I'm just gonna wait for it to stop. So for some reason, probably because the computer is really slow, it was not shutting down no matter what I did. So I just pressed the power button until it shut down, and well, that worked. So I just gonna skip this part of the video because it was like 30 minutes of me just looking at a terminal. And well, so far no bugs have happened. I mean, I just installed it for the video, so I haven't tested it after for a long time. I know that the installation on the SSD worked fine, so I'm not worried about this. So yeah, it's probably fine. If you encounter the same issue, you can just restart your machine. Probably everything will be fine. I'm just gonna reboot it. Okay, now let's see if it works. And it seems to be doing like so, because the hard drive is slow as shit and nothing is showing up. So I believe it is working. Okay, the screen flashed black, which is a good sign. It booted. I was just checking the recordings. It booted. I'm gonna set it up in English because, well, video. So English it is. Choose your time zone. I'm gonna go with my time zone, Greenwich. You can guide yourself by the time over there, up there. You can see what time it is. Like when you change the time zone, it changes the time as well. So you can just do that. So yeah, as you can see, it's 3 p.m. I know it says 4, but don't worry about that. Now Wi-Fi. I'm gonna go and set up Wi-Fi. I have a Wi-Fi USB, so I'm just gonna set it up. Literally, like, click on it, and then this is gonna show up. So you just input your password. This is very straightforward. I believe you don't need like assistance to do this. Okay, so now it is going to connect. It is going to say connecting to the OK. Then you can just press this big button saying continue, which I'm gonna do. Boink. Okay. Now it is gonna say installing. This is gonna update. It will probably say your battery is low. Don't worry about that. That just means your Steam Deck battery is low. And well, I don't really think this Steam Deck has a battery, but don't worry about that. Okay, if it says, well, it's gonna say time here. So first time I did this, it was giving me errors. So if it happens to you as well, the thing that fixed my issue was restart. If you get issues while updating, restart and then start the setup again. Well, I think this may be a bug. on SteamOS because it happened again. It said error. So before trying to install and do things, I'm just going to restart it because, well, last time I did this, restarting worked. So I'm just going to click here on Steam. Okay, can I dismiss this? Just click here on Steam, the menu, down here, the little guy. Let me put this darker. So yeah, I'm just going to click here on Steam, then go up here on power, and then go there and press restart. I'm just going to restart it. It's way faster. Well, you see, there we go. Boot image. Okay, yeah, as I said, this screen is way prettier, so if you're in this screen, probably it will work. Okay, just go English. Gonna go with this one, my time zone right there. It says London and Dublin, whatever. I believe it is this one. It says London, so it is mine. Okay, my Wi-Fi is already connected, so I'm just gonna go and continue. So yeah, it's gonna install things, and well, it worked. Now you have the SteamOS machine, which you can log into. When I'm gone, I'm not gonna log into it probably because I need my phone and I'm using it to record. So well, just to show that it works in SATA drives. You can see this is a SATA drive. That one is also a SATA drive, as I showed you. So yeah, I'm just gonna shut this down now, and that's it. Yippee. Stay safe and yeah, have fun with Linux. It is fun.